Mississippi TV, what's going on with y'all out there? We still in the compound working on the AC system. And man, I can't say since the last time I hollered at y'all, man, I done made a lot of progress. I got the serpentine fully up there, the compressor up there, belt. Man, I ain't gonna do too much talking. Y'all check this out. Y'all check this out. This is where we at right now. Basically got everything in motion. Brackets up there. Everything tight. Belt up there. I caught hell getting that belt up there, but it went on here and went up there. And for y'all who running this, the Dad 3 kit, the part number for the belt is right here. You'll find it right there. Made by Gates. AutoZone they have it, all Rousing they have it, but Napa had it. That's the part number right there. Like I said, we got everything back in place. Only thing I don't got hooked up is my speaker wires, which I'm gonna have to get some more made because they ain't long enough. Since my alternator is spread out a little farther, I had to reroute my catch can, which I actually like it like that compared to how I had it at first. I got all the lines hooked up, back of the compressor. Only thing I gotta do, I gotta call, I'm waiting for 4 Seasons to write me back, or I'm gonna call ICT Billy back. But when you run the R4 compressors, it's a small insert that gotta go on the discharge side that didn't cover my cylinder washer kit. So I gotta call them, ask it, is it okay to not have it? Cause y'all done sitting in there, sending in a little plastic pack with the washer cylinder, or do I need it? But you know what I'm saying? As I can see, all the lines hooked up. All the lines hooked up. And this, my new line, it came with a green O-ring on it. From the factory, our cars come with the black O-ring around everything, which is for R12. But once you convert over to 134, the green O-ring, you got to replace all your O-rings with the green one. So this got a green O-ring. This came with a green O-ring. This one right here from the factory, so I had to change it myself. This line, did it have? Yeah, this line had one up there. I just had to take this back loose, open up the accumulator, take this back loose, change this one out. Cause the original one was that blue one right there, so I had to change that out. I did remember, far as my orifice tube, I can remember that my orifice tube had one up there, so I came over here, look at the pack that it came in. As you can see, it got the black O-ring in it. So what I'm about to do now, I was in the process of actually pulling it out. To change it. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was in the process of actually pulling this out and changing it. And another thing, I still gotta get my cutoff switch right there, which I already went to CarQuest. It'll be here later on tomorrow, so I go get that tomorrow. And I gotta get my heater control valve that's gonna go on this side. That's on the way right now too. It's gonna be at CarQuest tomorrow. So man, we slowly getting to it. Still gotta wire everything there, so we gotta wire the wires up to it. But overall, we're on the money, dog. Everything hooked up. ICT Billy, Dad 3. We in there. One of my coworkers was telling me I need to turn this over by a wrench, cause the compressor hold 8 ounces. It's pre-charged. It come with 3 already in there, so I had to add 5. He said I need to turn this over, crank it a few times to allow the peg or somebody to go through the whole compressor. So I'm gonna do that in a few too. But right now, like I said, I was in the process of pulling this out. I gotta change that O-ring out. I ain't know it did more work to the AC. The AC work, but I'm finding out though. But like I said, when you doing your own work, you know what I'm saying, you find out as you go. Let me see. Pull this joint out real quick, just like that. Pull the line out. As you can see, I got my green O-ring on it. And I'm hoping that by me having this tight, that it didn't push that orifice tube all the way back in there where I can't pull it out of. As you can see, right there, back in that shit. Pulling the orifice tube out right now. You gotta be careful with that junk. You do not want that junk to break off in there. As you can see, the black O-ring is still up there. You can see, got the O-rings. I think that's the right side. That black one just probably been scratched out because it's been over the orifice tube. So we get this swapped out real quick. As you can see, got the orifice tube pushed back in there. I'm about to put the line back on. And I hope I don't have no leak when I get all this stuff hooked up, man. Got everything closed back off. Like I said, I'm still waiting on 4 seasons. If I can hit them back with that, hit them back about there, because I really don't want to take it out because that oil start wazing out. But man, we in motion though. I'm gonna go, hopefully go grab that switch tomorrow. Hit the control valve, it's gonna surely come on together. Told one of my co-workers, if I can't get up with the other co-worker who said he'll be in charge of it, I'm gonna let the other one do it. So y'all just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for the next one. So right now, what I'm doing now, I'm pumping that 8 ounces of PAG oil through the compressor, lube and everything before I actually start the car. Sending it out right now through the lines and everything. Everything getting lubed up. You can hear it too. I think that should be enough right there. Man, it's the next day, man. I ended up going to work yesterday. I ended up cranking the car up yesterday too. My belt ended up starting to ride. My belt ended up basically coming off to the side like it was coming off the pulleys. And that usually happens from misalignment. And the only thing I had to press on and off with a power steer pump pulley. So I went to work, asked a few guys, and they were like, yeah, you gotta push the pulley back far enough where it's flush with the power steer pump shaft. Really don't know can y'all see that, but y'all should be able to see it. But as you can see, I got that jump flush as it can be. And the only thing I feel like this, when I was looking at everything lined up, but my alternator. Y'all should be able to see that right on camera. See the idler puller lined up with the crank. I mean the idler puller lined up with the power steer pump puller. You can see it straight as day right here, along with the crankshaft. But when you look at the alternator, it's leaning back. It's kind of farther back than everything else. Cause I did tighten it up pretty good now. So I think what I'm finna do, I'm finna loosen it up a little bit. See, can it bring it forward? Y'all just stay tuned, man. See what kind of progress I make. Well, I adjusted it. They didn't do nothing, but something that's standing out to me, and it been standing out to me ever since I put it together. Y'all notice everything got a spacing in between, right? To take up that gap. From there to there. Only one that don't got no spaces enough, just the alternator bracket. You feel me? It's just an open gap. So you tighten it go far as you tighten it, I guess. So what I'm finna do, I really don't feel like it's supposed to have a gap like that. It's supposed to at least have a wash in there like everything else. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna find my paperwork and check that junk out and just see if I'm tripping or not. Cause I really think that might be the issue, man. Y'all just stay tuned, man, until I try to get this figured out. I went back and got my directions. I put everything on right. The only difference I see There's spacing in between that alternator, as you can see right here. Make sure y'all can see it. See, it don't require no spacing in between. The spacing in between come from the alternator itself. You feel me? See, the spacing built onto the alternator at the bottom. But on the McMahon, you feel me? It ain't no spacing in between it. Like on this one, the spacing is built onto the alternator. I think that might be the problem, dog. I'm gonna have to put a spacing in myself. I just need to see how long it need to be. Cause like I said, I know that when I tighten it up, it just keep going, cause I don't got nothing to stop it. So either I'm gonna have to call them, or I'm gonna have to just put my own spacing in between. Cause I know when I was tightening it pulled the bracket back a little bit more than what it need to be. That's why that spacing on the top. Like I said, I might just have to, I think what I'm about to do, because I do got an OEM alternator. That came out that stock bracket. Then what I might have to do, nah, they don't need to like it's long. Like they will say measure this part right here, the spacing that's made into the alternator, and go from there. Cause if I'm gonna do that, I might well just take a space from that Dash 2 kit. Yeah, if I'm gonna do that, I might well take one of them extra spaces from that Dash 2 kit and put in there. Damn, when I need a Dash 3, I'm about to call them folk, man. So basically what I did, I came over here to the compressor and took that Dash 3 spacing out on this side right here, just to see will it fill that gap up, and it did. So now when I tighten the alternator up, instead of it going all the way back, as far as I squeeze it, it stopped right here. That's as far as it can go, as far as when I squeeze it together. Soon as that make contact, soon as that bracket make contact with that alternator, that's it, it done. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna run to the store, probably run to the maintenance store in Chesapeake. And now that might have that junk at Lowe's. I'm gonna try Lowe's first and try to find me a space on that side. Then man, I'm gonna come back, put it on, see what we got. But like I said, the pressure switch at CarQuest right now, the heat control valve at CarQuest, but when I work on my car, I do step by step. I ain't need to go get that to put that on right now until I can at least just get the belt problem fixed, cause all the other stuff don't mean that if I can't even run the car with the belt popping off. So y'all stay tuned. What's going on, man? This is a continuation. Where I left off at, we still working on the AC, still getting everything finalized with the new serpentine setup bracket. I did run into two problems with this setup, which was minor. I'm in the process of fixing it right now. So my first problem I ran into was, which I noticed when I first put it together. So this gapping right here, this is the only one that didn't have a space on it. So basically, if I was to tighten the bolt without having a space in the middle, it'll basically keep squeezing. It can only go so far though, but still though, I'd rather have a space for it can only go but so much. For the bracket won't bend or, you know what I'm saying, flex. So my whole belt was actually coming off. So I fixed that problem. I took two of the space that I had from the Dash 2, put 2 washers and fill that gap in, so we're good on it. The belt don't come off no more. But my main problem is, it's a popping noise coming from my power steering pump, which is because the belt tend to ride on the end of the pulley. Everything that's good till it start riding on the end of the pulley, which usually come from alignment. I know now. But yesterday, when it first started, yesterday, other day for yesterday, it wasn't that touching. When you press the pulley on the power steering pump, you got to press it back to where it's far enough where the pulley is, when the pulley is flush with the shaft or the power steering pump, which I had it, so I ain't get it. So that's why I told myself, I was like, man, it got to be the pump internally. So I went to pick a pull, grabbed one today off for a 2001 Escalade, all on the same. And that pump was actually brand new. It still had the tag on the reservoir. So I came back, got it on, crunk it up. It didn't do the popping ASAP. It didn't do it as worse as the one that I took off did, but it still started doing it. So that when I actually let it run, and I was seeing it, when did it start making that popping noise? Usually, it's when the belt will start to come over and get on the edge of the pulling. You know what I'm saying? So that when it started making a popping noise. So I talked to my boy Junior. He said what I'm gonna have to do is push the pull it back a little bit more, which I feel like I don't got too much more room. But he told me to put a spacer behind it, which I'm probably gonna have to tap back in with him more on that part right there. But we slowly making progress, man. Slowly making progress, trying to meet my deadline. June the 29th for the show. So I got my wire. This one I took from the junkyard. You know what I'm saying? The main junk. And this for the, I think it's the cutoff switch. So I just want to grab my sensor for CarQuest that came with this, the green O-ring, and the C-clip to hold it down. And this right here, so I just basically got to wire that up. So that's why I got my wires right there. But man, what I'm finna do, well, we just gonna look at that thing one more time, man. It look damn good, man. But like I said, once I get that power steering pump issue situated, man, I'll be good. Because I fixed that, the belt don't come off no more at all. Because I put the spacing in for y'all who might run this setup, the DAD 3 setup. And you gonna notice when you put your McMahon up there, it's a big gap. So you end up running to the problem. Just put you something in between to close that gap. You know what I'm saying? Make your own spacers. So that's what I did. So what I'm finna do, man, I'm finna try to set y'all up right here. And y'all gonna see when the car's running, once it start running, it gonna make that popping off when that belt start riding the edge of it. So y'all, hold on, I'm gonna try to get y'all set up. I'm finna get ready to start it up. And hopefully y'all can see it from this angle. If not, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, grab it, move the camera up even closer for y'all can see what I'm talking about. So when it start, it's quiet at first, but once it starts riding the edge of that pulley, it's gonna start that popping off. See what I'm talking about? Everything good right now. Ain't doing it at all. Damn. And I had told myself, hold on, let me cut this off. And I had told myself, I just wonder, because the belt's so new, do it gotta like go through a heat cycle, scratch a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe it might stay where it need to be. As y'all can see on the video, it popped one time, but then do it again. Damn, that's crazy. Boy, I might be scared. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like that belt may be breaking in and scratching a little bit more. You feel me? It might just be that it was so new and tight, I don't know. But man, I'm finna crank this jump up again. Y'all, hold on. that belt just had needed to stretch a little bit. I'm just gonna keep playing with it though. Feeling good now, dog. No cap. See, I should have had it running early for y'all to hit a popping oil. The popping oil was crazy, dog. But damn, it ain't doing it no more. And I told myself, like, man, maybe the belt just need to scratch a little bit. You feel me? Because for the pulley, I don't know, do y'all know, but when you pressing your power steer pump pulley up there, pressing it back up there, you supposed to press it back far enough to where the wheel is flush with the shaft. So you run your hand down and like that, it should be all the way flush. That's why I like, damn, I gotta go back more. I don't know, cause I don't, you know what I'm saying, it's flush. So, damn, hey, I don't know. Y'all seen it just like me. It popped one time and that was it. Right now, I just gotta keep cranking it up. I'm gonna start driving it soon again, you feel me? I'm gonna start driving again soon. Let it scratch out even more. And man, I might be straight. But the only thing I got left, I gotta get my heater control valve, which I'm gonna get that this week. CarQuest told me how much I could get the Freon for. $7 a can. I'm gonna need like 5 of them joints. And man, I'm gonna link up with either link up with Dan or Gordon, whoever I can get in contact with, let them charge it up, and man, we're gonna see what we got. June 29th, man, y'all stay tuned. They're gonna be one of the biggest shows in this area out this way. You know what I'm saying? Don't Mouse a touchdown. Goddamn, man, they're gonna be a good day of footage right there, boy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But as you can see, man, I'm in this junk work. I got up like at 8 something. Went to the junkyard, snatched that pump off. Hold on for a minute. I think that was the only thing I was worried about. So this is the pump that I took off, right? This is the pump that I took off. And I never seen an adapter piece on a pump like that. You know what I'm saying? The adapter, I tried last night my adjustable wrench, trying to pull it off, but man, that junk would not go. But the reason why I wanted to take it off, put it on a new one, because I could put my line in right there. I could put my line in right there, because this line is shaped to go in just like that. So today when I'm at pick and pull and I pulled that one off, I'm gonna cover that pump back up. So yeah, when I went to pick and pull today, man, it screwed my little hair too. That when I had my head flashlight, my scrap on my head, so that when my hair smashed down like that. So when I went to pick and pull today, I really didn't need the high pressure line that was on it. But I noticed, I like, man, I might well just leave it up there. I might well leave it on that joint, so it won't spill no power steering fluid in my trunk. So I left it up there. And I started thinking, because I was going to take this one out, put that one on. Then I was going to have to fight trying to get the adapter piece out. But I started thinking, I like, dog, why would you take that joint out when this one, it already got one on the pump that it need, the shape for it. Now you just need to see through the other end going to your gearbox. So check this out. Shout out to GM, dog. Real talk. Shout out to GM, dog. I took this out for a 2001 Cadillac Escalade. This is a 1987 Chevy Caprice gearbox from the factory. That jump went right up in there. So shout out to GM making everything work. So man, dog, it's been a long day for me, dog. It's been a long day. I've been ripping and running up and down the goddamn interstate, going here, going there, going everywhere, trying to get this stuff in motion over here. I just cranked it up for y'all, and that junk really just made my day for real. Cause before, it'll be quiet, then it'll just start popping. You just see the belt right on the edge of that pulley. But now it seems like it's good as that belt breaking in. I'm guessing it's scratching a little bit, which I'm glad. I feel like I really didn't have to, I shouldn't have to worry about no problem. You know what I'm saying? Everything lined up, all the dashes, all the space and everything. Got the power steering pump pushback. I ain't want to have no more problem, dog. So that right there just made my day. I might be able to start driving too. Well, I could drive it now, but like I said, when it was popping, I wouldn't go drive because I had to make sure everything right before I had to pull my car out. I don't got time to tie that up. I ain't trying to break down or none of that. But man, until the next one, y'all stay tuned. Y'all subscribe for me, dog. And goddamn, we're going to keep this footage rolling. It's Mississippi TV. Y'all tap in with that boy. Bet I ain't smoking on YouTube, shawty. I ain't lying. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, tell somebody so they tell somebody about the boy, man. Highway 45, bring it down to Center, Clay County. Man, y'all already know them my neck of the wood back home, baby. And I'm out there thing. Y'all be easy out there.
Yeah, they know my whole